Hey guys, we are back. So last time we were setting up our processing for our uranium. That's still cooking along real nice. A couple of changes I've made. I added some more centrifuges to pump out some more processed fuel, or processed ore rather. And we were getting real bad on our power consumption. We weren't being able to, when I went over and added lasers to the wall in order to take care of the biter issue over there. We're still having a little bit of an issue, but our power maxed out, so I added another power plant. This one's going to be pretty much temporary because it's going to be going away. So we got this working now. It's working real nice. There's what we've processed. As far as waste, we finally got enough of the good stuff that we've got these running full time now. They keep 80 in them, so I'm keeping an extra 15 to 20 in the chest. So here's how I set this up, okay? So the waste comes over here and it's picked up. We're going to keep 100 minimum in this chest. So we've got this set up to, if 238 is less than 100, it's going to activate, it's going to add to it. So we're going to keep about 100 in this chest. So there's our bad uranium. Our good uranium is going to come out, and we've got this set up. Got a couple of circuits set up here, a red one and a green one. This red one is going to be inserting into the chest. If we've got less than 10 in this chest here, it's going to take anything off of here, put it in, which is going to take it over here because of the sorter. So we're going to keep at least 10 in this chest at all times, along with the 80 that's in here. That should cover us for the needs for these. This one, anything over 15, it's going to take it out and dump it. So as this processes and we end up with over 15 in here, and so we're going to keep it between 10 and 15. Anything more than that's going to go out on the line. Now, since it's going to go out on the line, once we got this one running, it immediately started filling this one. Everything from here started filling this one. So then that one became operational, and then that one became operational, and then that one became operational. We're now to the point that all four of these, he just shot down a meteor. Nice. Just shot down a meteor. So that protected our plant. I put in meteor protection over here because duh. We got one over here and one over here. It's going to cover the whole plant. So now we got a bunch of our processed ore that's just sitting here waiting, ready. That goes into a fuel assembler, which is going to make fuel cells. We brought over our iron plate, and then that's going to kick out, and it's going to kick out fuel. Now I let this run so that we start building up fuel. So now we're going to go ahead and turn a reactor on. Maybe. No, we're not. And the reason we're not is because we don't have what we need. And what we need, and I don't think I have room. I didn't leave myself room to do it because I'm stupid. All right. What we'll have to do is we'll have to put something down here. Let's see what we can put down. Well, we need a belt anyway. So we're going to run over here, and we're going to get a temporary stack of belts. I wasn't thinking ahead. I should have brought a belt over. I didn't bring a belt over. Now we need a belt. Now we're going to go get a belt because I'm stupid. But that's okay. We'll run over here. I want to show you something else anyway, right quick while we're over here. Of course, we've got these building accumulators. We're going to continue to build up our accumulators. But over here, I set up, we've got two things running here. And we're going to just put a wall in there to get it out of our inventory so we can grab something. Okay. So this was our setup for making missiles. But now what I've also done is picked off and we're making cliff explosives. In addition to that, if we go down here, and it's not making any right now because I don't have any steel plates in it, but we're making flamethrower fuel. Say that 10 times fast. And we got that cooking away. So what we're gonna do, since we only have the 2 of these anyway, we're gonna put that in there, right? And then we're gonna take back our wall. Now all we need is we need 1 piece of belt real quick, just to get our plant going. The reason my inventory's full, I will address it afterwards, after we get this running, is that we're going to go out and we're going to start pushing back from this cloud. Now that we have our reactor, between the reactor and the coal-fired power plants that we have, we should have enough power to take care of any lasers that we put out there, what have you. It should be enough to keep the accumulators filled. It should be enough to power the lasers. We should have no problem. What I'm hoping to see is that as this nuke plant fires up, and it takes it a little bit to fire up, I'm hoping to see it take some of the load off of the other generators, because the other generators only run when they're needed. So if they're not needed, they shouldn't run. So that should be our backup power and our way of regulating it without having to build a circuit. So we're going to go ahead and turn the fuel on, and it's going to start putting fuel in the reactor. The reactor is going to start warming up. Now it takes a while for this to warm up because these have to have 500 degrees C steam in order to react. But what will happen is, as this warms up, see these pipes? They will start to glow as they warm up. It's a cool visual effect that they've done. At night these glow green, so they got, it's pretty kind of pretty cool. And these use fuel pretty darn slowly, and once they use fuel, it'll kick out the spent fuel. Spent fuel will go up and be reprocessed into, there it is, it'll be reprocessed into the spent fuel, and that'll come back down and feed back into the warehouse, which will feed back into our system. So we'll be able to come down and get rid of these chests. We won't need them anymore. How are we looking? We are at 170. These are at 170. These have full water. They're at 170. Once this hits 500, we should see these start turning on. I went ahead and hooked it into the grid so that we're all set to go there. All right, there we go. So we're up to 260. 270. 280. We're getting close, about halfway there. And I'm just hanging out real quick. I want to make sure this thing's working okay. And then what we're going to do, so I've been looking at the map, and basically the way we're going to cut it off, we're going to cut off here, over to here, and then right on over to here and down to here, and then down to here, over to here, and over to here. We may go straight over and down. I don't know. It depends on what's up there. It looks like there's a body of water up there, so we can kind of use that as our anchor points. And we're just gonna make a great big square. And there's not a lot of resources in it. I mean, there's some copper up here. We can certainly use the copper. And there's you know, there's some oil, a few small bits of iron, not a lot, but we can certainly make use of them. But the big thing is to get out past our pollution cloud. And then we're going to, once we get it fenced, we're going to leave it fenced. We may even put walls on both sides of the lasers, because we're going to have stuff coming from both sides in order to protect the lasers, at least initially. And then we're going to clear this crap out. And we're going to push the biters out of all this territory. Not so much because we need the territory, but because we want to, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, hang on. Because we want to get them off of our fence line. Okay, because there was a chest there, it wasn't taking it out, it was beating it from to there. So we'll put that there. We're going to turn these off so that it does not add or take away anything else. Okay, here we go. Now they're starting up. Now what? Let's look at our power. See what we got going with our power as this comes up. We're going to see this should start to come up. This should start to go down, because this is going to run flat out, balls to the wall, no regulation. You can kind of regulate this. There's a way to do it, but it's pretty wonky, pretty complex. We're just going to let it go. So as it comes up, that's going to go down. It looks like they're going to balance out and both feed, which is fine with me. This is going to take up our slack. This will run out max, and we'll go from there. All right, so now we got her going, right? And it is only doing about a third of its output power. What we can do is we can go over and we can manipulate our power plants to have our power plants doing less, and we will do that with time. But right now, that will take care of our nuclear power. And you can see how slow this fuel runs out. We have power for like days and days now, guys. So there it is. All right, so now we're going to go ahead. I know it's a little dark, but we're going to go ahead and drive down there. This and this will just keep right on keeping on. We no longer really have to worry about it. The only thing we really have to worry about is making sure we maintain our loops so that everything gets fed and nothing gets cut off from this. So we got, this is coming out this way. Yeah, we want to connect this to the grid over here somewhere as well. Let's do that real quick, just to keep it all. And it should just take that right there. Now we've got a connection there. We've got a connection there. That'll keep us on the grid. Maybe we'll add one more over here. Not that we really need it, but you know what? Redundant loops. Redundant loops. There we go. All right. So let's go kill us some biters, guys. If we can get out of the power plant without doing that, right? Not the first time I've done it. Alright, so now the question becomes... Oh, and the other thing I did is I put rail signals along here. So it's not stopping here and waiting for this entire track to clear. There's rail signals all along this track so that these guys can progress through and come back. So the question becomes, where are we going to go first? And what I was thinking was, since this is close to the fence down here, if we come down this way and cut this one off, that gets us our fence started. Then we can loop around here, and we can with our power lines, and then come up here and over here. That way, we've cut off basically all of this, which is where we're having most of our problems, because they're having our problems right in here. We can start clearing this out. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to clear along this coast until we get to here. And we're going to just run power lines down here. And then we're going to come over, and we're going to clear all the way across here. And then once we get over here, we're going to run another power line down. So we've got a redundant system of power lines, so that in case the biters attack the poles, it doesn't cut us off from power. And then we'll go up. So there's where we're going to head. We're going to head down here. We're going to park the tank over here. It's just going to be a supply wagon for us. We're going to carry everything, and we're going to hand walk down through here. It's just going to be easier when it comes to trying to clear stuff. It's one less thing I'm having to juggle as far as controls. So we're just going to leave our tank there. Come through our wall here. Put our walls back. And then... Alright, we got a pole there already. Alright, these guys are going to come up because they see us hanging out. Now we're going to start walking our lasers down here. We're going to turn off our bots. That should be plenty. Now if we turn on our bots, alright, there we go. That takes care of them. Clean up our mess. And we brought cliff explosives with us, so now we can just go right through the cliffs. We don't have to deal with a whole bunch of trying to clear cliffs while we're at it. Where's this next? There it is. All right. And basically the way I'm doing this is we're just bum rushing in with med packs, and so that the bots can fill in the poles and stuff. And we're not going to stand there and wait for it to clear and then march forward, clear and march forward. We're just going to let it just kind of zerg overwhelm these guys, because they're going to be occupied. We're missing a pole somewhere. There we go. And we've brought enough lasers and poles that it should well, we don't want this stuff. Why are you picking up the damn rocks? I don't want the rocks. Damn you. Alright. Well, put the rocks down. I don't want the rocks. I want our stuff. I don't want their stuff. Make sure we get all of our stuff. That's the downside of not leaving yourself any wiggle room, I guess. But that's okay, because very shortly we will have plenty of wiggle room because we're laying down telephone poles. Yikes. Alright, where are you? There you are. Yeah, see, because they go after the lasers first. They see the lasers more of a threat than us. So we can run in here and activate the lasers, and they're just going to leave us alone, generally speaking. Hey, you want to come up here? Nah, that's because there's a nest there. Right now our priority is getting down here where we want to be. And let's check our map. We're nearly there. Because this is where we're going to come across from, is right there. So there's our next biters. Alright, so normally we would have to where is it? I know I brought it. There's the fuel. There it is. Alright. Normally, oh, because we got fuel, da 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 da, kiss my butt. Fine. Here, let's make some space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it repair those. And then they'll stack. Alright, now, when we swap this, there we go. Now this, like I say, is one of my favorite things to do. And we're gonna, well, you know what? Before we do that, we probably want to do this, because we're gonna piss them off. And we want a little bit of protection. Because here's what we're gonna do. We don't want to have to deal with trying to get to them in the forest. we're going to have a biter barbecue. And if you think the factory makes them mad with pollution, what do you think that's going to do? What's cool is you can actually sit here and watch the line of fire burn out this forest. Now, are we going to lose some hidden equipment that's in the forest and stuff? Sure. Here they come. Because they are not happy. But what's cool is it will kill off bases and it will kill off biters. So if they get trapped in there to where they can't get through or they get lost, it will slowly but surely kill them off too. So we've already killed a nest. And it doesn't kill all the trees. It leaves some of them that you then have to go back and deal with. So it won't eliminate your wood supply completely, which is also nice. So let's go ahead and start running some poles down here, because we're going to have to go down here now that we've got enough of them cleared. To start laying down some lasers. To take out the rest of them that the fire didn't get far enough to get them. We're missing a pole somewhere. There we go. We got one over there that lasers can't quite reach. There we go. He's going for. Let's not stand in the acid. All right. Why? Wood. Right. I think that's all of them. Oh, there's one sitting right there. Some more poles. Oh, we got some more lasers up here. Let's grab them. There's one over here somewhere. There it is. Not much of one. Give us back our stuff. Okay. This one's going to be fun because it's a big one. I like big ones. Giggity. Here we go. Oops. Don't stand in the acid. Get rid of the wood. I don't want the wood. Right. So oops. Let's look at where we want to go. So we want to come right straight across right about here. So let's go get these guys out of our way so they don't keep coming up around after us. And then we will Excuse me. The big thing I'm trying to watch when I set these blueprints down is I try to keep an eye on my wires to make sure that they're going to have connectivity once it sets them down. Alright, there we go. So that'll keep these guys from coming to visit us anytime in the relatively near future. I wish it would stop picking up the rocks. That's me walking over top of the broken rocks, I'm sure is what it is, and it's automatically picking them up. Because it thinks I want them. And I really don't anymore. I have plenty of rocks. It's not like we're starting the game and we're lacking an abundance of anything in particular. It's not like we're playing 7 Days to Die and looking for stones to make stone axes. And walking right past them or anything like that. We wouldn't do that. Done it a lot. I'm joking about it because I'm watching my buddy Joe Mama do exactly that in his first video, or his first try it. He's started over again now that he's kind of figured out sort of what he's doing in the game, and he's doing much better. It is definitely a steep learning curve for that game. Alright, we're going to come straight across from right here. We're going to even that edge out so that we don't have to worry about biters coming across on the shallows. Unfortunately, now we do have to clear stones. But we also can just dump this crap. And the other thing we're going to do is somewhere in here. There it is. Wow, 55. We're getting hit in a few different places. That's a lot of lasers to be firing all at once for it not to be multiple locations. So we're going to do this. We're going to put this down. Right? But we're also going to add a second wall. Yeah, we're not going to waste the nanobots. So now we can take this and create a new blueprint. Take that one off of our hotbar and put that one on our hotbar. Because now we can use this to walk our wall over. without having to hand lay everything. Oh, it looks like we have something weird. Oh, we have, okay. So let's open this up, get rid of that, and then save it. There we go. That's why we brought landfill. Oh, missed one. How are we looking? All right, well, probably want to clear them out before we go any further. So let us do just that. Because as soon as we start putting a wall down there, it's going to hack them off. So we might as well go down here and take care of them. And be done with it. Tree trunk is in our way. Not anymore. How we looking? Not too bad. How we looking on inventory? Not terrible there either. Oop, wrong one. Now what's cool is we can now do one of two things. Yeah, and it's using, okay, it is using the cliff explosives to do it. Pretty sure it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's using the cliff explosives. It's not sacrificing the bots. Good. Oh, I hear ya. Now what would be nice is if, along with destroying the cliffs, it would automatically place landfill. That would be kind of nice. But it doesn't. Alright, now we want to go up here and we want to get rid of these guys before we go any further. Grab our crap. Still doing all right on bots. Got a couple of hundred. And I mean, I suppose we could save the little bit of machines that are there, but these guys are going to come visit us in a minute. As soon as they start getting wind of this fire and pollution. So we may as well start prepping for it. Now that's one thing you want to watch. If you get your fire too close to your stuff, it will burn your stuff. So, you know, if you're going to be close to the trees, take care of your trees, but that are close to you first. Otherwise, you end up setting your own crap on fire. And here they come. The ones that are going to get through the fire anyway. Looks like it's killing most of them. And they are not happy. looks like we are out of lasers. Alright, well let's go back here and get some of these lasers. Toasty Biters. It's a new breakfast cereal. Toasty Biters. By Kellogg's. I think we're getting close to having to go get our tank. Look at all them biters. How far are we? Almost halfway. Or we are halfway. That's right. I just remembered. If you push shift, you can put down a ghost of whatever it is you're trying to put down, as opposed to the actual thing, and then the bots will do it for you. So like if you're trying to put landfill someplace that you can't get to, you can shift with the landfill and use the bots to fill in the landfill that you can't reach. We don't want to waste the bots though. We are out of turrets, but I'm going to pull this power line and this wall all the way to here, so that when we come back down, it'll be ready. There we go. Alright. Yep, so we're out of turrets. Alright, let's see where we gotta go to get back. We can kind of snake through, or sneak through between them. And it's good that it's time to bring our tank down anyway. We'll go up here, come between them. Go get our tank and drive it back down here. Because I got a bunch of turrets in the tank as well. Let us not run into the spitters that are down there. And let us hope that none of them have reinfested the area that we're walking through, that we've cleared. Now, because this is still active, we want to make sure we close that back up, because we have not cleared anybody out of here yet. Hug the coast. We don't want to run into cliff problems. Trying to get past those biters. There we go. Right down here between them. Because they'll leave these walls and turrets alone for the most part, because they're not putting off any pollution. So they should leave them alone. Unless they just happen upon them. They shouldn't be drawn to them, is what I'm saying. There we go. There's our turrets. And this may, I'm hoping, be enough to allow us to get all the way to that coast. Because if that's the case, we can go back up and resupply from there. Always a pain in the ass when it reloads like that. Uh-oh. We're missing a pole somewhere. There we go. Now, let us go ahead and finish this up and do this one whilst we're here, I guess. Yep, and it looks like we're going to be able to get to that coast. And then we'll call it an episode. And then I'm going to continue to do the same thing we're doing all the way up. And when we come back, we should have this all done. And it's almost feels like an unfair advantage at a little bit, being able to do this way, but they killed me enough that it's my turn to be killing them. Alright. And now... kind of wish, I think I've said this before, you could prioritize what the bots lay down. So like, it would be nice for them to lay down the turrets right away, and then deal with the walls as they have time. Because it seems like the turrets ought to be the priority, in my opinion. Or at least that's how I'd like it to be. And since I'd like it to be that way, I'd like to be able to decide that. One more. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. We're all the way to that coast. Now we just have to come around here and go up. So, we're going to call it an episode at this point, folks, and I'm going to just basically continue to work my way up around here and then go straight up. And I think I might be able to go up, yep, without having to do a dog leg on it. I think we can go straight up and catch this now. We just have to come over and then up. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, you guys take care. Talk to you later. Bye.